Please bear with me. Okay, dann brauchen wir noch ein Live Split.exe. Live Pit.exe. Wir machen ja heute kein Pit of 100 Files. Erstens. Und zweitens kann ich das nicht mal. So. Wir sind wieder da zum heutigen Mario 64 Confusion Speedruns Dingsbums tralala. So.
It's me, Mario.
Und
Hallo. Okidoki.
so, jetzt kann ich wieder Dinge machen.
Dear Mario, please come
Damit ich das auch wieder höre, wenn mir jemand in den Chat
Yours
schreibt.
truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go.
Wahrscheinlich kommen jetzt eh schon wieder ein paar Masshausen.
해고. Here we go. 해고. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go.
Das war mein Fehler. So, Wandglück habe ich nicht hinbekommen. Außerdem Grüße gehen raus an Stream Elements, der mir den falschen
It's me,
Äh.
Mario.
Titel
Hallo.
nochmal als
Okidoki.
Live-Message angezeigt hat. Und dann
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly,
und
Princess Toadstool.
dann.
Peach.
So. Locker. Tschüss.
Let's go. It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Let's go. Here we go.
Und
Let's go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. It's me,
So, jetzt kann ich ja
Mario.
die Tür schließen.
Okidoki.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
해고. Here we go. 해고.
Nicht gerade nach unten gehalten.
Here we go. 해고. me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Die Mario. Bla 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 und tschüss locker. Was ist überhaupt ein Stream? Ja, Deutsch.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go.
Stupid Canolassay. Ich kann jetzt gleich wieder schlagen, wenn das so weitergeht. Und jetzt geht er natürlich.
It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Hego. Here we go. Hego. Here we go.
Danach muss ich einen Text rein tun, der besagt, nochmal Clone PB.
Hego.
Edit Layout, plus Information Text, Layout Settings, machen wir 15, oh. Window
I'm tired.
capture, additional media player, text, text, not my current PB. Klammer auf PB, Strich, 22, 34. Das habe ich einfach in Klammer, Klammer zu. BB-Strich.
me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
I'm tired. It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Wer pinkt? Das ist ein richtiger Ping.
Let's go. Here we go.
So. Jetzt mal. So. Das. Ja. Ich gehe mal kurz in die Pause. Wir schauen mal gerade mal, was auf YouTube so los ist, was ich euch laufen lassen kann. Äh, äh, Music Theory können wir schauen. Wer hat Lust auf Musiktheorie? Ich lasse das jetzt einfach mal kurz laufen. Ich gehe dann kurz fuhren und danach gehen wir wieder Mario 64 rein. So, bis gleich.
This video is a sequel to my original time signatures video. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, go check it out. I didn't expect to make a part 2 this soon, but there were so many comments about a bunch of video game tunes that I barely had to do any research. Huge shout out to Andrew Meredith as well for giving me a few interesting examples that we're going to take a look at later. For this first part, we'll go over some of the lower numbers that either weren't addressed or I found another cool example of, starting with the powers of 2. Alright, so the powers of 2 outside of 2 and 4. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. I'll go further into my thoughts about these in a second, but let's talk about some tunes first, starting with 1-1. 1-1, or any higher number of 1 time signature, is fascinating because its apparent simplicity is what makes it such a fragile groove. As I mentioned in the previous video, 1-4 and the like are relatively common in notation, often used to notate an extra beat that is otherwise outside of the groove, so to speak. But 1 as a multi-measure groove in itself is very hard to find a convincing example of. In order for something to be in 1, it has to have the equivalent 1 of whatever note value per measure, and sound convincingly like there's emphasis on just the downbeat, and ideally nothing smaller within the measure. Even though technically both 1-1 and 4-4 measures are 1 whole note long, the difference is that in 4-4, there's an implicit division of the measure into 4 quarter note beats, whereas in 1-1, we would theoretically only count each measure as having only 1 whole note emphasis. There's many examples of classical music which is otherwise written in 2-4, 3-4, 3-8, or cut time, where the tempo is rather fast and it's conducted and felt in 1. But that creates almost the opposite problem. Often, the phrases, the musical sentences that span across multiple measures are 2 or 4 measures long. These measures, which are functionally felt in 1, despite having equal emphasis between each other only felt on the downbeat, have a melodic or harmonic emphasis every time the phrase repeats, which similarly makes me feel like I'm in 2 or 4. So the TLDR of 1-1 is that I think 1 is a very fragile illusion. The precedent of groups of 2 or 4 in music is so strong that any musical element that either micro or macro divides the measures into these kinds of groups breaks the illusion. But it can't just be free, indiscriminate time either. There has to still be a stable repetition in order for there to be a time signature. What that means is that 1-1 has to exist simultaneously without smaller divisions or apparent phrase length. And I was able to find exactly one tune which convincingly does this. Caverns 1 from Metroid Samus Returns. We have these seemingly untimed, airy synth chords with these arrhythmic, robotic chirps over top. It's ambient, with no repeating rhythms except for these foreboding, low, brassy hits. There's no apparent smaller divisions of the 1-1 measure, and there's also seemingly no phrase length, or repetitions of ideas every set number of measures, which makes it believably felt in 1. This spooky, atmospheric track plays when you're wandering about the tunnels of SR388, and I think 1-1 works so well in this setting, as it kind of bridges the gap between something entirely ambient and something with a driving groove. The atmospheric chords and chirps serve almost as the sound design of the environment, but that subtle pulsing bass gives a sense of urgency to Samus's mission, without too much intensity since we are in an early area still. We'll come back to 1-1 in a second, but I want to talk about the other powers of 2 first. So as many of you have suggested, 8-8 or other grooves in 8 can be felt as the common driving rhythm of 3+3+2. There are many examples of this, such as beginning from Deltarune, or Cloud Top Cruise from Mario Kart 8. Is allegedly different from 4-4 in that the division is strongly asymmetrical, being built on that 3+3+2. This groove is super fun because it has that driving asymmetry of 5 or 7, but has the stability of 8 eighth notes per measure, which usually results in a kinder or more intuitive melody that fits into 4-4. 8-8 could theoretically also be any other permutation of 2s and 3s, like 3-2-3 or 2-3-3, but those seem particularly rare and I couldn't find any examples of that. Drop some in the comments if you have any though. In the same vein, many of you also brought up examples of 16 as essentially double of the 8-8 group, so 3+3+3+3+2+2. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but I feel like there's actually more examples of this than even 8, like the iconic Final Fantasy VII battle theme. Or one of my personal favorites, the Corneria arrangement from Super Smash Bros. Melee. I kind of just think of this 16 groove as the more intense version of 8-8's 3+3+2. It kind of just does the same thing, but extends each half of the asymmetry, which in my opinion creates more tension. There's an even more compelling example of something purely 16 in the How to Play theme, also from Melee. At first glance, it's hard to even see that this is just 16, but it has the same division of 3+3+3+3+2+2, just sending one of those 3s to the back, giving us 3+3+3+2+2+3. And yet, as cool as all of these are, I still don't really believe in them as being compelling enough to not be 4-4. Okay, so let me explain. Let's go back to 1-1. Funny enough, 1-1 is probably the only one I think may be distinct from 2 or 4. As long as it doesn't have apparent phrase lengths or divisions of the measure, it really will sound like a cycle of 1. If Caverns 1 kept going in that same groove, it would be a perfect example of 1, but it breaks the pattern later and subdivides the measure, now feeling like 2-4. Because of this, I'm not entirely sure 1-1 truly exists in video games, or perhaps anywhere outside of concert music written to specifically be felt in 1. As for 8-8 and 16-16, these just feel like syncopated Latin clave-ish patterns in 4-4 to me. So the thing is, I think the 4-4 mind virus in the West especially is very strong. I've always heard 4-4 equivalents as just a funny 4-4, and according to most sheet music I've seen of 8 or 16 grooves, most people agree, transcribing them in just 4-4. The thing is though, I hate sheet music, and time signatures are unironically not real. So if you genuinely feel the groove as 1s, 8s, or 16s distinct from an overarching 4, who am I to say you don't? Music theory is subjective, and how you hear these grooves is largely dependent on personal experience and culture. But anyways, let's pivot to another time signature that deals with this very concept, also because every time I talk about 1-1, I remember Infinity Train got cancelled and get very sad. So I talked about 9-8 in the previous video, but as I alluded to, there's another common division, and I figured it would be cool to discuss this, especially having recently found a tune that uses it. 9-8 is commonly felt as 3 + 3 + 3 in much of popular music in the West, but another common division comes from the Balkans. Shout out to my Balkan viewers. A wonderful example of this in video games is one of the battle themes from Baldur's Gate 3. So we have this cello line holding it down on this 2 + 2 + 2 + 3 rhythm, and the higher strings kind of dance over that. It's such a neat, suspenseful sound because of the asymmetry, kind of like 7's 2 + 2 + 3 pattern, except with one more 2 before the 3. This rhythm was famously used by Dave Brubeck's Blue Rondo a la Turk, named after this very rhythm, which he heard a street musician playing in Turkey. And one thing I find really cool is that the composer for Baldur's Gate, Borislav Slavov, is Bulgarian, and it's very likely this 9-8 division is an intuitive expression of a common Bulgarian rhythm. I think this Balkan groove adds so much to the many cultural influences that makes the world of Faerun so eclectic and unplaceably European. This immersion almost makes me forget that I failed at rizzing both Asterion and Lae'zel.
I'd sooner slice off both my hands and feed them to a rabid boar.
Alright, so now we're onto some time signatures that I couldn't find for the original video. 17 is interesting because it's an evil prime number, but it's unexpectedly Cooking Mama's theme in Cooking Mama Cook-Off. No, who am I kidding? It's the final boss theme from Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So once we start getting to the higher number time sigs, they increasingly start to sound like a combination of 2 or more different sigs placed back to back. Here, 17-8 functions as a 9-8 plus 8-8, with 3 + 3 + 3, plus that 3 + 3 + 2 rhythm we were looking at earlier. But something interesting happens in the 3rd and 4th lines. The groove slightly changes and accents these 1.5 hits in between the 8th note grid. It's one of those things where I can totally see, for this reason, calling the time signature 34-16, since there's a consistent smaller subdivision, and the key accents fall between the 8th notes. But I think in the same way 3-4 can have some measures as 2 dotted quarter notes without destroying the groove. I think it's fine to call this 17. I'm not really sure if it's a spoiler, so I won't say the name, but this tune plays when you're fighting a big lizard at the end of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. As with many other wacky higher number time signatures, not only does this appear as an epic boss theme, but it's literally the final boss. Similar to the other ones from the previous video, 17 is used here because it keeps you on your toes, perhaps matching the unpredictable attack patterns of this aforementioned lizard wizard. 18-8 is, strangely, also used for a reptilian final boss of a DLC from a game with monster in its name. Let's take a listen to Terapagos' theme from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This theme is super interesting in the way it's divided. With how the timpani and melody are accented, it looks like it just divides each measure into 6 sets of 3. It's kind of like 12/8 in this regard. Whereas 12/8 is felt in 4 usually, subdivided into triplets, this looks like it's felt in 6 triplets. But the context and what happens before and after is important. Before this section, the beat is felt as duplets, with every 2 eighth notes felt as 1 quarter note beat. And afterwards we have something similar, with the timpani changing the accent style. Here, the hits are divided into these quarter notes, giving us 9 quarter notes per measure. It's really cool because these little groove switch-ups help to make it feel believably like 18, and not just 6 in triplets or 9 with eighth notes. Making this section an 18 was a deliberate musical Easter egg by the composers because the Pokemon Terapagos is associated with the number 18, having 18 sections of its shell, 1 for each Pokemon type. And I think that's a pretty cool usage because we actually haven't really seen that yet. Usually these funny time signatures and their exact upper number seem to be an intuitive result of what the composer hears, whereas here, Toby Fox and Go Ichinose probably came up with the idea of having it in 18 first, then wrote the music accordingly. There's probably no better place to find wacky time signatures than in rhythm games, and the elusive 1916 is found in Groove Coaster 4. I would have gone to round 1 to record gameplay footage, but it's vertical, really distracting, and I'm also a Tap Tap Revenge loyalist. Nonetheless, let's listen to the hilariously named Apocalypse of FM Tone Generator. What a wacky tune. The division here is really bizarre because it feels like 7 plus 7 plus 5. It sounds so stuttery because rather than something more intuitive like 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 for instance, it's divided into larger prime numbers that themselves don't have any clear divisions in this little segment. Despite how weird it is, I'm not even really sure what else there is to say about it. The reason for this 1916 groove is certainly because it's a difficult song from a rhythm game, similar to the 12/8 Rhythm Heaven example from the last video, but much more terrifying. The 775 makes it hard to intuit any following hits, and you have to really just learn the level. But the tune honestly kinda eats. Limiting the palette of this repeating synthy bell hook to just the 5 notes of the pentatonic scale makes it very catchy and easy to melodically understand, and the repetition of that 7/16 slice legitimizes that ephemeral groove. We're back at another non-prime time sig, but this 22/8 example is, in my opinion, the most counterintuitive tune we've seen thus far. It's also another boss battle theme, this time from Cars 2: Lightning Returns. So it's a pretty clear division of these eighth notes. We have 2 2 3 2 3 3 2 3 2. Absolutely disgusting. No, but for real, it's actually so bright and refreshing. I can't really see any pattern or way to divide the measure into 2 smaller but happier numbers. And it's definitely in 22 and not 11 because the 11/8 split would happen in this weird offbeat gap. The weird counting is also due to how the melody subverts expectations. It sticks to the staccato string hits, but then just breaks away and hits only offbeats on the tail end of the measure. Like the other boss battle examples, it's definitely written for that dancing, unstable footing type feel. But I especially like this one because of how much it commits to maintaining a large number time sig groove that doesn't really feel like 2 smaller sigs back to back. Also, whereas many of the other tunes only feature the funny time signature in 1 or 2 sections, here the tune just starts in 22 and doesn't break the groove until well over halfway through, and I think that's pretty cool. We're finally taking a break from boss battles with a theme for a battle of wits, I suppose. Definitely one of the most requested tracks from you guys, one of the Phoenix Wright examination themes, with the larger time signature of 27/8. 27 isn't prime, being 9 threes, but this tune breaks the threes up to instead give us a 14 plus 13, or breaking it down further, 33332 plus 33322. Definitely one of the quintessential examples of these larger number time sigs that feel like two numbers back to back. With these, it's also fairly common to have one of the halves being just one note shorter. We can see how the melody and rhythms follow the same pattern, but just chop off one note on the second half. This is a great compositional technique to repeat this motif as much as possible to strengthen the melody, but we're also able to have that unexpected tiny skip at the end of the measure. Super enigmatic and of course fitting of this thinky, analytical style courtroom music. Funny enough, there is another tune that I know of that does almost the exact same thing and is very thematically similar. L's theme from Death Note is also in 27, but is split up 13 plus 14 instead. It even does the exact same thing where it repeats the melody but just chops off one note in the first half. And now we're back to both boss battles and prime numbers. I'm still kind of sad that Strong One Masked Man isn't in 29, but I found something that is. The Bad Boss Boogie from Donkey Kong Country. A pretty interesting division here as well, because it really just feels like 4 bars of 4/4, or I suppose 8/8 if you want, but the last 3 eighth notes are cut off. Similar to the previous one, we repeat this main melodic figure in the second half, and that driving bass line also repeats. But then we have this awkward 1/8 note before jumping to the next measure. I think once you start getting to time signatures in the higher 20s, especially when measures last this long, it definitely becomes less convincing to say that it's one gigantic measure of 29/8, instead of something like 3 measures of 4/4 and 1 measure of 5/8, which is probably how it was composed and programmed. Nonetheless, I think this does barely hold on to 29/8, if only because of how awkward that last note is by itself, which also keeps the measure prime. The Bad Boss Boogie is the boss theme of most of the bosses in Donkey Kong Country, and I'm running out of ways to say that it's a weird time signature because, oh my gosh, it's a boss, better break out 29. I don't know, hopefully the next one isn't a boss theme so I can say something different. It's close enough. Battle 1 from Fire Emblem Gaiden, but we'll look at the Smash Ultimate version. It's actually not super weird. 31 is prime, but the way it's divided here is rather tame, as 2 measures of 5, 2 measures of 6, and 3 measures of 3. In the previous video, we looked at a Splatoon example also in 31, but this is kind of the opposite in how it's approached. Whereas Fishing Frenzy felt subtractive in that it sounded like 32 minus 1, this Fire Emblem tune definitely feels very additive. It really is kind of a straightforward and pretty unambiguous combination of those smaller time signatures. The melody repeats verbatim within the 5/4, and then has a slight variation in the 6/4 part that also repeats, and then just 3 groups of descending quarter notes for that last bit in 3. This definitely pushes the boundaries of what many people, myself included, would consider a time signature, because the tempo is rather slow for such a large number, and the smaller divisions are very strong. This mixed meter way of notating it is almost certainly how Yuka Tsujiyoko was thinking when writing this, and how most people would probably notate it. I think it's kind of interesting that this loop is so consistent though. Usually for mixed meter, it's a bit more unpredictable or the loop takes up a larger part of the form. But in this tune, this little melody loop just keeps repeating, just changing keys and sometimes breaking the form. Compare this to something like Marx's theme from Kirby Superstar, where the mixed meter is unpredictable and it's hard to see any pattern or clear consistent loop. At the very least, this hilarious 31-4 notation can be nothing more than just an expression of this loop. Battle 1 plays when you're in a battle. And I still can't think of another way to word the same explanation, so let's just move on. If I had a nickel for every time I couldn't find a larger time signature than 31, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. But I still believe. If any of you know of any 3916 video game tunes, post it in the comments. Also, we still have all of these time signatures on the bounty board, so if you guys know of any tunes with any of these, post them as well, and I'll include it in part 3. But for now, my brain is completely fried, so I'm gonna go cleanse my palate with some easy listening bangers. Time signatures are cool. I've always been fascinated by the idea that our human, pattern-seeking brain naturally sorts loud noises into mathematically divisible sets, and we generally like to stay in that division without changing. Songs counted in 2, 4, 8, 16, and even 3 sometimes feel very natural to us, but as soon as things start going into 5, 7, 11, or switching between numbers, it's counterintuitive and something feels weird. That's at least what I told my high school band teacher when I couldn't play Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. Alright, so before we talk about every single time signature, let's discuss what time signatures are in the first place. Time signatures are essentially a way of notating how we feel the division of music. The top number indicates how many beats we have per measure. If the top number is 4, for instance, we can count loops of 4 and it will feel natural and align with the beat. The bottom number will always be a power of 2, so either 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, etc. And the number corresponds to what kind of note is considered a beat. If the bottom number is 4, then that means 1 quarter note is considered a beat. Commonly, 8 and sometimes 16 are used for 8th notes and 16th note divisions specifically, but especially in modern pop music, any other divisions are pretty uncommon. There can also technically be non-power of 2 bottom numbers, but those are cringe and we're not going to talk about it. Aww. Because of the clean divisibility of the number 4, 4/4 is far and away the most common time signature in Western popular music, but that doesn't mean others are particularly uncommon. 3/4, for instance, is used fairly frequently, commonly associated with a waltzy kind of feeling. Apart from the upper number, there is also subdivision, how we divide each beat into smaller pieces. Most commonly, we have duplet subdivision. Each beat feels like it should be split into powers of 2. There is also triplet subdivision, where each beat is split into groups of 3. There's a lot of rules for the nomenclature of time signatures, but I think those rules are not very intuitive, outdated, and a tad gatekeepy. So here's how I like to think about time signatures. We feel the number of beats per measure, and we feel the subdivision. That's it. For instance, 4/4 we would feel in 4 with a duplet subdivision. Something like 12/8, for instance, we would usually also feel in 4 but with a triplet subdivision, since each grouping of 8th notes tends to make up one compelling beat, but we'll talk about that more later. Another rule to address is the difference between something like 6/4 and 6/8. It's the same number of beats per measure, just the type of note changes. It usually just comes down to tempo. Generally, the faster the tempo gets, the shorter the note value per beat, so slower songs in 6 would perhaps be written in 6/4, while faster tunes would perhaps be written in 6/8. We'll see some exceptions later though. One final thing is that we're only going to be looking at tunes which use the time signatures as a groove. Any schmuck can put a single measure of 13/16 in their video game bop, but I really want to analyze a prolonged groove in each signature, since I think that's generally harder to accomplish and more indicative of the tendencies and patterns each time signature provides. Alright, cool, so now let's take a look at some tunes, starting with something in 1. Alright, so 1/4 doesn't really exist.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the
Okay, wait. So the reason why is because realistically, it's hard to imagine any scenario where you can compellingly have one beat per measure, or feel a groove that loops every one beat. If you try, it'll sound like a subdivided version of a more stable time signature, like something in 2, 3, or 4, for example. That doesn't mean you can't find examples of single measures of 1/4, but as far as I know, humans just cannot handle something in 1. But who knows? If any of you can find an example of 1/4 that compellingly sounds like it's in 1, post it in the comments and I'll pin it. To demonstrate something in 2/4, we're gonna look at a song from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. One-Winged Angel.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell.
Okay, so I know this originates from a non-Nintendo game, but I would argue this is the most quintessential example of 2/4 in perhaps all of gaming. Don't worry guys, everything after this will be from Nintendo IPs. But anyways, One-Winged Angel is iconic, you probably already know it, let's take a listen. Two-4 is a duplet groove felt in sets of 2. Listen to how the bass instruments have a cycle of 2 quarter notes, and each figure in the following measures has a cycle of 2 beats. That's why One-Winged Angel feels so 2/4 instead of something like 4/4. Each idea feels like it's contained within sets of 2 beats. In terms of genre, this theme is also a wonderful example of the most common real-life application of 2. Marches. Many national anthems or militaristic marches are written and felt in 2/4, or 2/2, because humans have 2 legs. The music is meant to be marched to, and in another sense, that's a really cool example of how time sigs work in a majority of cases. Rather than a bunch of calculus majors sitting in a room calculating what number to put in the beginning of the sheet music, time signatures are quite often retrospective. It's based on movements or dances that humans intuitively came up with. And I think that's pretty cool. But not as cool as this melodramatic march for the edgiest character known to man. 3/4 is pretty interesting. It's an odd number time signature, which means we can't cleanly split the number of beats down the middle. This asymmetry is the backbone of most tunes in 3/4. Let's check out the ever-classic Rosalina in the Observatory from Super Mario Galaxy. This tune perfectly demonstrates 3/4's asymmetry as a duplet time signature in 3. Notice how we have the emphasis on the one with these bass notes, but the latter 2 beats are echoed with the chords. Similar to 2/4, 3/4 in the West is frequently derived from a real-life movement, waltzes. The waltz dance is felt in 3, with the same kind of 2-3 echoing the 1 type feel. 3/4 is most likely used here to give Rosalina in the Comet Observatory that whimsical, princess-like quality. Here it is, the everyman, the most common, boring option, the Super Mario of time signatures, 4/4. It was actually kind of hard to find a song for 4/4, not because I couldn't find any of course, but how could I really encapsulate the 4/4 sound in a single song? Wii Sports Resort isn't talked about as much as it should be. The harmony is great, the melody is iconic, and the groove is so fun. We have this driving bass line, fast hi-hats, and syncopated offbeat melody all coming together to make this fun little samba-ish groove. Each measure contains an idea that perfectly fits within 4 beats. This kind of offbeat stuff happening in each measure helps it to compellingly feel like it's in 4 rather than 2. The syncopation in each measure always resolves itself by the end of each 4-beat cycle. This tune is also a great example of how subdivisibility can vary. 4/4 is duplet and felt in 4, but we feel each beat kind of subdivided into 4s rather than 2s, because many of the instruments delve into that 16th note land. Take a listen. What else is there to say about 4/4? It's like explaining breathing. It's very intuitive because humans operate on base 2, and we like that divisibility of the number 4. 5/4 is our very first example of a non-3 prime number time signature. Because 5 isn't cleanly divisible, the groove is forced to be asymmetrical. Let's look at the Smash Bros. Arrangement of Gear Getaway from Donkey Kong Country Returns. Is a duplet time sig felt in 5. In this case, the duplet feel is also swing. The 8th note subdivisions of each beat are jazzy and slightly offset. So because of the asymmetry of 5/4 and other prime number time sigs we'll look at later, we naturally want to split the feel into 2 kinder numbers. Most often, 5/4 is felt as 3 plus 2, as it is here. It's easy to see this in the melody. The groove matches this as well.
So, dann machen wir kurz Subgame Mode 64. So, alles gemutet. Was ihr jetzt nicht mehr braucht.
It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Eine Sache, was ich an Note nicht mag, um ehrlich zu sein. An Note,
me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Let's go. It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Ja, ich bin am Überlegen, ob ich anfangen soll, mich mit Mama zu streamen.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. Yeah.
Ist ein gutes Lachen, um ehrlich zu sein.
So long, Bowser. Wahoo! Here we go! Here we go! Let's 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 go! Here we go! Whoa! Here we go! Let's go! Here we go! Let's go! Here we go! It's me, Mario! Hello! Okie dokie!
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Mann, Peach, hör auf zu meckern. Ich hab's nicht mal gecallt, ey.
Peggle! Here we go! It's me, Mario! Hello! Okie dokie!
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
해고. It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go! 해고! 해고! Here we go! 해고! Here we go! Yahoo! Here we go! Let's go! It's me, Mario! Hello! Okie dokie!
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Let's go! Here we go!
Wenigstens bin ich consistent als Ballraum geworden. Vom Lotterie setzen.
Let's go! Here we go! Let's go! Here 해고. Here we go. 해고. Here we go. 해고. 해고. Mamma mia. It's me, Mario.
Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have
TV
baked a cake for you. Yours truly,
als ich jetzt
Princess
nichts
Toadstool.
verloren
Peach.
habe. Das. Das 7. oder 8.
해고. Here we go. Let's go. 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 Here we go. Let's go.
Lass doch sein, Schiffe.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go.
Was ist denn das für eine Scheiße?
Mamma mia! It's me, Mario! Hello! Okie dokie!
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Let's go! Here we go! Let's go! Here we go! Let's go! Here we go! Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Mamma mia! Yeah. Here we go! 해고. Here we go! 해고. Here we go! 해고. Here we go! 해고. Here we go! Here we go! 해고. Here we go! 해고. Here we go!
Das war ein ziemlich schlechtes Mips, um ehrlich zu sein. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und ciao.